Good morning. Coronavirus, well, not shut-ins anymore. We're allowed to go out and about just a little bit. Still be careful. I can't wait for the beauty shop to open next week. Yeah, I know a lot of us are on the same boat, so here we are. But anyhow, I'm glad you're with us today. Today we are doing braided French bread. Really good. It's not hard, so don't sit there going, oh my God, I don't know how to braid. It's not hard to do. So we're going to start. What I need you to do is have 2 packages of yeast. Now, I'm giving you the recipe for a full recipe. This can be halved, of course. So you need 2 packages of yeast. I buy Fleischmann's Active Dry Yeast in a jar. I bought this way before the pandemic, of course. I've heard that yeast is a little hard to find, but if you can find the jar, they last like over a year. It's really good. So you need 2 packages of dry yeast, 3 cups of lukewarm water. You want it to sit for 5 minutes. I already did that. So it's done. What you want to do is pour that. Here, scooch over this way. I don't know if you can hear my French music today. Getting in the mood. Okay, so you want to pour your yeast in a bowl. Now you want let me see, 1 tablespoon of salt, 2 tablespoons, here's the sugar, 2 tablespoons of sugar. So you put that in. 4 tablespoons of cooking oil, salad oil, cooking oil. I use canola. Okay, and then you need 8 cups of flour. Brought out the big one. Okay, and you just want to pour the whole thing in. Okay, again, my fancy schmancy mixer. So we're going to mix it up, and I'll get back to you when you're done mixing, because this might take a little while. You might mix it up real good, and then I'll be back. Okay, when you're done mixing, you should have a nice thing of dough like this. Now, I did take a little oil and I put it around the sides and around the bottom a little bit so it doesn't stick. So, it should be very sticky, very sticky. You're going to cover this in a warm place. I put my oven on proof. I think it's like 100 degrees or something like that. And every 10 minutes for 1 hour, you're going to go in and knead it down a little bit, put it back in, or cover it and put it in your warm place again for another 10 minutes for 1 hour. I'll come back in 10 minutes and we'll see what it looks like. Okay, the 10-minute timer went off. This is what I have. Okay, so what you want to do is just have a little oil on your hands or else it'll stick. And you just want to mix it around a little bit. Not much, just stir it around. Or you can even use a spoon if you don't want to look like this. Would have been a much smarter choice, I think. Okay, so that was 1. We have to do this 6 times. Set your timer again. When your hour is up with your 6th time, every 10 minutes, you're going to spoon it down or use your hands to put it down. Then we'll get back to you. Okay, you've gone through an hour of raising your bread. The first part of raising your bread. So this is what you have. So you just want to roll it out a little bit. It's a good bit of dough. Actually, it's an awful lot of dough. Okay, you don't want to pound it down. And, you just want to lightly knead it. Okay? Okay, what you're going to do is cut it in 3 parts. Doesn't have to be equal. This is going to be 3 loaves of bread that you're making. You could make 2 loaves if you want them real big. I want them smaller. So Just going to set that here. Set that here. Okay, so this one seems to be the biggest one. Maybe I'll take a little off of that one. Try to make them even, but definitely don't have to. Okay, so put a little flour over them. And then what you're going to do is you're going to cover these back up. A lot of covering, a lot of raising. Okay, 10 minutes. Just let these sit for 10 minutes. While they're sitting for 10 minutes, just let me say, I'm going to give a little shout out to my cousin Lisa and her daughter Christina. It seems like every week they make whatever we're making here on the YouTube channel. So that's very nice, and I really appreciate it. She always sends us a picture, and they always do so very good. Also, happy birthday, Rachel. Rachel's birthday's today. Okay, it's resting. You can rest, do whatever, you know what's fun? It's fun to wearing these different aprons. I have a whole bunch I love aprons. These are very old aprons. I think these were my husband's mother's aprons, this one here. They're just fun. They're just fun. You know what else is fun? Make your polish same color as your apron. Just something fun. Something fun to brighten your day. Like I said before, this can be a little depressing these times, but make it fun. Okay, now it's rested for 10 minutes. Bring one out. Now for the fun part. Okay, just pat it down a little bit. And you're going to cut this in 3 pieces. Try to make them as even as you can. Okay, so now what I want you to do is take each one and just go like this. Sort of taking the bubbles out, but you're also extending it so that you can make your braids. Now it's just a braid. It's not Pippi Longstocking or something. It's not hard. So each one. Make them a little, a little long. You don't have to measure it, but about 1.5 feet. It doesn't have to be perfect. Okay, so now what you're going to do is you're going to take the 3 pieces and just sort of smush it together, roll it under. Okay, now you have 3. You're going to 1 over, 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 over. Just keep going over like this. There's your braided French bread. Carefully sort of crush it together and lay it on your pan, on a greased pan, 1 per pan. Okay, we'll do another one too, just to, so that you know. Okay, let the air out first. And cut it in 3s. Okay, squish them down. Put some flour on them so they don't stick to your hands. It's not hard. It just takes some time with all the braising. I mean, bread always has to raise anyway, but this will be worth it, believe me. Okay, and then 1 more. See, now it takes a few minutes to do. I move a little faster. I'll be faster than normal people. Just how I am. Okay, so stand here. This one a little bit longer. Okay, take your 3, fluff them together. One over, it's always the ones on the outside. Here's one over. Okay. Cross over. Okay. You have to do it without thinking. All right. And then sort of bring it together like this to pick it up, and then put it back out on the pan again. Okay, you're going to let these sit. You're going to let them raise for an hour to an hour and a half. Check on them occasionally. You don't want them to get huge because they do raise a lot. Funny story, many, many years ago, I was making bread, and for some reason, I threw the dough away. I didn't think it was any, for some reason, I didn't think it was any good. Next morning, I came downstairs and I'm screaming. I thought there was a pig in my garbage can. It had raised overnight and it looked like the butt of a pig sticking out of my garbage can. It's just funny. I thought it was hilarious. Okay, see you in an hour, up to an hour and a half. Okay, our bread has raised. It was 1 hour. Ooh la la, look at these babies. They're so big. Okay, we're going to put them in the oven at 375. 375 for 35 minutes. When it's done, we'll get back to you. Okay, the bread is done. Oh, oops. Be careful not to break it in half. Okay, it's all done. And what you can do is you tap it. You tap it on the bottom. If it sounds hollow, it's done. So you just tap it. Did someone say tap? Crazy French baker? Okay, so your bread's all done out of the oven. What you want to do is just take a pastry brush and you just brush some butter across the top. Just lightly, just to give it a little shine. It also gives it a good taste. Okay, so serve it up tonight with the dinner, and you have it. All you have to do is break a piece off. Oh, look at that. Oh, very good. Very good. Thank you again for joining us today, and I hope you like your French bread recipe. Hope you make it and enjoy it. So again, even though some of our rules have been lifted, please be careful. Be safe. Wear your mask. Do your 6 feet, see, I'm too busy eating my bread here. Your social distancing, and just be careful. Thank you, and God bless America.